Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my channel again. This is JU-Ice in the house, and I would like to say thank you, Heavenly Father, for waking me up this morning. Even though the sun is not out, it looks like it's gonna rain, but it's okay. It's not hot. It probably will get later, I don't know, but I still will enjoy this day. It's a bit gloomy, as you can see. Look at the clouds. They're all gray. You can barely see blue in the sky. Anyway, yeah. And the sky, I was told a long time ago that the sky is not actually blue, It gets its color from the water, the seawater. You can Google that, because I will Google it too. Here go the lovebird flying around. And no, I didn't see that snake anymore. I'm outside walking around with Mr. Hustle. But of course, I'm very observant, so I'm looking. They're probably chilling somewhere. Yeah, because it's not hot outside, so they're not running from the heat. Yeah. Yeah, but that thing startled me yesterday, because usually I would have ran and got my phone and I would have been videotaping, but it caught me off guard. I wasn't expecting that. I'm always looking for them, but I wasn't actually expecting to see one right there in that area. Because, we put down mothballs and stuff. Mothballs keep them away. But I need to put some more down. I have to get the heart to go back there anyway. Maybe I'll do it when my granddaughters are up and about, so we all can go back there together. But don't get me wrong, I'm not a chicken, but yeah, I'm a chicken when I see a snake. I don't know who wouldn't, only those that's not scared of snakes. But yeah, I think there's a little bit of mothballs in my daughter's kitchen cabinet, but she said she'll get some more. I told her, she needs to get some more. So if I run across them on Wednesday, I'll bring them back over here on Friday, because I could get them from Walmart. Anyway, yeah, we'll put them around, but we have to keep them out of Hustle's sight, because we don't want him to get sick or be unalive from eating or sniffing the mothballs. You know what I'm saying? So, we put him where he can't sniff or see. Yeah. But yeah, this is what I wanted to make my video about today. I was in Dreamland, y'all. Dreamland. I know I haven't told y'all about a dream lately, but this one right here, I dreamt I was pregnant, and the doctor told me I was carrying twins, a boy and a girl. Now, mind you, in the dream, I didn't see no belly, but this is what the doctor told me. So I was like, what? Anyway, I woke up, I came out the dream, and I said to myself, I'm gonna make a video about that when I'm fully awoke, when I'm outside with Mr. Hustle. So that's what I'm doing right now. But I Googled it, and it said luck and prosperity, because this chick right here is not having no babies, is not getting pregnant, nothing like that. I don't even think I can get pregnant anyway. But no, my days of that is over. Don't get me wrong, I love kids and everything, but the one that I have, I'm cherishing her. I don't need any more kids. And in this day and time, those of you out there that's planning on making them, well, a lot of you don't plan, it just happens. Well, I should say a lot of us don't plan. We just do it without using protection and stuff like that, and then we get caught out there. Well, in this day and time, like I just said, You shouldn't be making no babies. I'm telling you, life is getting much harder. Prices of food, goods, everything is going up. It's risen and it's still rising. I don't know when it's going to stop. I guess when these tariffs and stuff make a U-turn, I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe it will. Maybe it won't. Hopefully it will. Because nothing lasts forever. There's always a season for this and a season for that. And then guess what? Everything goes back to how it used to be. Well, not exactly how it used to be, but it goes back. It don't always stay the same. Yeah, so, you know, luck and prosperity, that sounds good for me. That is very good for me. I could deal with that. So, has any of you, or do any of you have dreams? Do y'all dream? I know a lot of you do, but lots of people don't like to talk about them. And then, once I was told by a family member, well, I'm not going to say her name, but she was like, you shouldn't tell people your dreams. Why? Why? Her reason was, they could take it and use it against you. But I don't believe that. I do not believe that. I do not believe that. So I'm not even worrying about stuff like that. I believe in the Almighty. I'm protected. So whoever or whomever wants or is trying to do things against me or whatever, they're going to fail because it's going to fall right back on them, okay? It's going to reverse right back on them. I'm not a gypsy. I'm not in the Illuminati. I'm not in any of those things. But I have the strength and I got it from the higher power above. And no one can or will touch my soul. No one. You have to think positive. You cannot be negative. If you believe in something evil, evil will come to you. If you touch something that's evil, it's gonna turn on you. If you pay your money to go to those witch doctors and all those kind of stuff to do things to people, it will come back to you. Trust me, it will. I do not touch those kind of things. I stay away from stuff like that. You see what's going on right now, right? You see what's going on with the actors and the actresses and the singers and all of that. A lot of them are touching things that they're not supposed to touch. They are dealing with things they're not supposed to deal with. And no matter how much amount of money they have in the world, look at all of them. They're all spiraling down into that big, deep, dark hole with all the evil stuff that they've been touching and doing over time. It catches up to you. So I am not one that deals or touch or preach or whatever and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I have a clean, pure heart, mind, soul, body. So therefore, there's nothing wrong with you speaking about a dream. I feel you feel that way because you're probably dealing in such. You're probably an evil person. Well, I do believe you're an evil person, but, that's my opinion. But anyway, people that think like that, They are evil. I do believe that. What are you afraid of? You're afraid of what you're doing, what you're dealing with. You're afraid it's going to fall back on you. Well, I'm not afraid because I'm not dealing with stuff like that. So I will continue to have my dreams as long as the good Almighty send them to me or bring them to me. Because that mighty spirit is the one that does everything for us, everything. And to me, dreams are gifts from God Almighty. I do believe children are the future. I do believe. And yeah, I was watching YouTube and it was about Michael Jackson, God rest his soul. It's this young man that looks just like him. He performs and stuff like that. They were saying that he was his son. But then someone did a blood test, a DNA test, and it was proven that the test was a lie. And apparently, this person was doing it, to give himself credit, allegedly. Well, the young man, his first name is Howard. He looks just like Michael Jackson. Anyway, he's a performer and stuff like that, Beautiful looking young man. But he eventually went and did a DNA for himself, allegedly. And the doctor he went to was someone that knew Michael Jackson, dealt with Michael Jackson, not the one that they said unalived him, allegedly, someone else. And this doctor said, Michael Jackson gave him this letter and a credit card, and he told him that Michael Jackson told him, that day was going to come, the same day that he came to the doctor for, to do this test and get information. The doctor allegedly knew a whole lot about him being Michael Jackson's son because the test came back positive. And, everything was a secret. His whole life, being born and everything, was a secret, a shut down secret, allegedly. The family allegedly knew about him, but it was all a hush-hush thing, allegedly. His mom, she also is a performer, and she used to work with Michael Jackson's father. He's unalive, God rest his soul, Joe Jackson. He managed her. And all this was like a shutdown something, They had to keep quiet. I don't know the reasons why or whatever. They wouldn't say, but it was all a shutdown. So now this young man, Howard, he found out from this doctor. He read the letter and stuff like that, and the letter is explaining. The letter's from Michael Jackson, allegedly, and the letter's, explaining about him being his father, sorry for not being in your life, but, it's like, I'm not reading word for word, but, it's like, things is best this way, So this young man, was hurt when he was reading it, and he's still hurt. And he decided to cut ties with the whole family. He used to be around them, but he decided to cut ties with all of them, even his mom, allegedly, because everyone lied to him. You know, he just wanted to know the truth about him. And it's obvious he didn't know who his father was, but he was told that this Michael Jackson was not this. Michael Jackson was his dad, but all those secrets was hidden. I guess they're all buried with Michael Jackson. God rest his soul, allegedly. But you know, this young man, you know, he's doing his own thing. You know, he wasn't trying to gain anything from being his son or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He just wanted to do his own and have his own. But he just wanted to know the truth. Who wouldn't want to know that? You know what I'm saying? But since everyone lied to him, he decided to just part with all of them, including his mom. And I don't blame him. I would have done the same thing. I'm dead serious. I'm dead serious. Because what if this young man had gotten sick while Michael Jackson was alive and he needed a blood transfusion? You mean they wouldn't have given him a blood transfusion from his dad because this is supposed to be a secret? That's horrible. You know what I'm saying? It's horrible. But you know, young man, Mr. Howard, maybe it's best that you didn't know at the time that he was your dad, because I don't know what would have happened. Allegedly, you know, you might have been, well, if they had admitted to it, you probably would have been caught up in all this drama stuff that went down. People probably would have been after you. You know what I'm saying? So thank your lucky stars above. Thank the Heavenly Father that it was hidden. And you know, you might not feel good about it, but that letter that Michael Jackson wrote to you, those words are some serious words. And you know, to me, he seemed like he was someone that was in this world before. When I say before, like long time ago, years ago, you know. He was a wise man. He was very intelligent. He was everything. So maybe he knew the dangers that you would have encountered, like he knew the dangers that he encountered, but he didn't really talk about it to his family. You know, he knew stuff was going to happen, but you know, he went about it his own way. He got ridiculed and this and that and that, and he was still innocent. But that's what happens, you know. Mankind is so cruel. They will strip you. They will strip you until it's over. It doesn't matter what you do in this life, who you are, what you have. When mankind is ready to destroy you, they will destroy you until you can't breathe anymore. And that's just how it is. That's just the way it is. So, Mr. Howard, thank your lucky stars above that you was kept secret. You was kept hush hush. I'm dead serious. Because you probably wouldn't even be breathing right now. So Maybe one day um you can get it in your heart or your mind or whatever and call up your mom, invite her over, or you can go to her because that's still your mom. She did not abandon you. She just had to do what she had to do. She probably was told, I believe that, not to say anything. I don't know if she was paid or not, because in a lot of cases like that, people are being paid, allegedly. But you shouldn't hate your mom because of that. I know you're angry and stuff like that, but there was a reason for you not knowing that he was your dad. You found out when you were supposed to find out. You decided to go your own way. It's all right if you don't want to have anything to do with the family, with the other side of the family, but your mom, that's your blood. You came out of her body. She carried you for 9 months. Whatever the situation was, it was. It already happened. She could have aborted you. She didn't. She took care of you. Look how beautiful, look how handsome, look how smart, intelligent you are. So if you can get the kindness out of your heart, get the sadness out of your heart, and be kind, and go to your mom. Don't call her, just go to her. Well, call her and let her know you coming over. Go to her, sit her down, hold her hand, and have a good talk with her. Apologize to her. And Mom, I do believe you should apologize to your son also, because he didn't ask for any of this. He deserves that. And try to make amends, both of you. You two are all that you have. The world is a cold world out there, especially if you don't have no one around you. You might be a performer and stuff like that. When you go out, you be performing in front of millions of people. But when the performance is over, you go home. Lots of you go home to an empty house. You have all this money and stuff like that. Lots of you don't really have friends. You have make-believe friends. A lot of them are your friends because you have all this money. You're talented. But in actuality, you don't really have anyone. And you know that. You know that. When all that stuff is wiped away from you, you'll see how much these so-called friends come around you. They don't even check on you. If you've been watching the news lately, and this has been going on for a while, it's a lot of actors, singers, and stuff like that. They fell down, and why they fell down? Because they effed they stuff up themselves. They were involved with all these high-class so-called friends and stuff like that, throwing all these elaborate parties and all this kind of stuff. They fell down. They're in jail right now. Lots of them are going to be going to jail, when this court case go on, allegedly, when it ends. Correction. And how many of those friends does this individual or any of them have right now? They're all dodging and hiding and running here and running there. But you cannot run from the law. You cannot run from the truth. It will catch up to you sooner or later. So young man, live your life. Learn to forgive. I know it's hard to forget. But try to learn to forgive. Forgive your mom. Forgive your mom. That's your mom. Like I just said, she could have aborted you. Who know if they didn't offer her money to get rid of you? You don't know that, but she decided to keep you. She decided to just keep her mouth shut. Maybe that's what they told her, allegedly. But she was protecting you, her son. And that's all I could say. Just try to reach out to your mom. Forgive her. Mom, you do the same. And let y'all life go on. You know what I'm saying? Live happily ever after. It's just the two of you. It's just the two of you. And you're going to be fine. You're going to be okay. Blessings to you and your mom. I hope this happened. I hope I read it on YouTube one day that the two of y'all decided to reconcile. Okay, I hope so, Howard. I hope and pray that you will. Enjoy your life. Life is good. Life is sweet. Just don't get caught up in the wrong crowd. Whether they are entertainers like you, have a lot of money, rich, poor, whatever. Just don't get caught up with the wrong crowd. And everything is going to be okay. So, folks, I'm going to end my video right now. Have a beautiful Tuesday. Keep smiling, keep shining, Dionne Warwick's words. And yeah.